I don't know if you've heard, but just a couple of weeks ago, it was announced that AI will be replacing nurses in hospitals. So the next time you go to your doctor's appointment, instead of talking to a regular human nurse, you can end up being seen by an AI generated nurse. Even when calling into your doctor's office to ask any type of medical question, instead of talking to the doctor or nurse, you could end up talking to AI. So you know I'm about to tell you everything you need to know about these AI generated nurses that has already been launching. I'm going to tell you how it works, where it's happening, and everything else you need to know right after this. What's up, guys? I'm Monique if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. So you know I had to bring you the news that you can use, especially about this topic, because as most of you already know, I am a nurse practitioner. So when I heard about this, I was completely blown away, and you will be too. I just came across this article that says Nvidia announces AI powered agents to replace nurses in hospitals, and these nurses are going to be doing things like taking patient calls, doing colonoscopy screenings, giving patient advice, and way more than that. And I'm going to tell you every single thing in a bit. But before we even go any further, you comment down below and let me know, would you want an AI nurse to take care of you rather than a human nurse? But let me go ahead and break down exactly what's going on so that you can really understand. So there are two companies that are involved with these new AI generated nurses, and the first is called Nvidia, which is a very large tech company that's based in California. And just last month, a couple of weeks ago, they announced that they are partnering with another company called Hippocratic AI. And Hippocratic AI is actually the healthcare company that has created and is now offering these AI generated nurses. And these AI nurses are already in action. They're already being used. Just take a look at this.
This is Linda calling from Memorial Hospital on a recorded line. Is this Albert Wu?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. I'm calling on behalf of Dr. Brown, your cardiologist. To protect your privacy, can you please share your date of birth?
It's January 1st, 1950.
Thanks for confirming that.
So first of all, you can't even tell that it's AI that's actually calling you instead of a human. Now, eventually it does announce that it is an AI case manager. However, some people may not even understand what that is and still think they're talking to humans, especially the way that this thing sounds.
This is Linda calling from Memorial Hospital.
So Hippocratic AI created what they are calling generative AI healthcare agents. So it's not really nurses, and they work fully autonomously, meaning they are independent. No human is controlling these things. But this is going to be concerning for more people than nurses, because these things have been created and trained to perform the tasks of nurses, of medical assistants, of nutritionists, and even of social workers. Now, before I dive into all of the tasks that these AI agents will be able to do and which hospitals are actually using these, have you ever Googled your name or email and found that your personal information was available to anybody that was searching for it? There are actually companies that are called data brokers that collect and sell your personal information to spammers, scammers, and to anyone that is looking to target you. And having your information floating around the web can put you at risk, especially during tax season, when scammers are known to file fraudulent claims with your readily available personal information. Last year, the IRS flagged 2.4 million tax returns with refunds totaling about $13.8 billion for possible identity theft. And this is one of the many reasons that I have been a long-time user of Aura, which is the sponsor of today's video. It was not only able to help protect me from all of the spam that I was receiving, but it also protects me from hackers who could use this information to access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, and other sensitive information. With Aura, you also get credit monitoring, antivirus, a VPN, password management, and more, all in a single app at an affordable price. So make sure you protect yourself and don't get scammed this tax season. Go to aura.com/Hintons to start your 2-week free trial, and I'll also link that down in the description. Let's get back into these AI agents. So I just wanted to show you how this stuff will actually work. Can you imagine going to have surgery and then waiting for a follow-up call that they said that they would make with you, and instead of your doctor or nurse, this AI agent calls you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm Rachel, your AI care manager. How are you doing after your appendectomy? You know, I'm good. I'm glad to be home with my dog, Dennis.
It's great to hear that you're back home with Dennis.
I really don't know how I feel about this yet, y'all. Let me know down in the comments, would you be okay with receiving an AI agent call instead of a call from your doctor or nurse following a surgery? And on top of doing those type of calls, these are the other things that these AI agents will be able to do. They'll be able to cover taking care of you for pre-op, to discharge you. They will be able to handle chronic care patients like those who have diabetes, breast cancer, and asthma. Most of those chronic conditions. Other things it'll be able to cover is nutrition, giving you nutritional information. They'll be able to assess you for health risks. They'll be doing screenings. There's even a pharmacy role where they can go over your medication with you.
I did forget to mention to the doctor that I am allergic to penicillin. Is it still okay to take the medications?
It's perfectly safe for you to take them.
Now, on top of them doing all of those different services, they will also be doing this for a cheap price of $9 an hour. And with nurses already being at a shortage, there are actually nurses fighting for better wages in some areas. In fact, last year about 32,000 nurses went on strike. So this company is actually trying to undercut real human nurses that get paid, as they claim, up to $90 an hour. But the actual national average for nurses is somewhere in the 30s an hour. So they are offering these cheaper versions of AI agents that will be able to provide medical care to patients over the phone, and this is going to be done in real time. You pick up the phone, call them now, an AI agent will be there. So of course, you know, this is going to end up affecting jobs. Can you imagine hospitals and doctor offices having to make the decision between hiring a real human nurse at $60 an hour versus hiring an AI agent at $9 an hour that they are claiming is able to do the same task that that nurse can? You let me know down in the comments, who do you think that these hospitals and doctor offices are going to be choosing? And again, not just nurses. Like I said, medical assistants, social workers, and nutritionists are also going to be affected by this and will be being replaced, because who can beat $9 an hour? And not only did they make these nurses cheaper, but Hippocratic AI is saying that these AI agents are able to outperform nurses in areas like bedside manners, education, and overall patient satisfaction. And guess what? These AI agents are already out there working and being tested right now. In fact, over 1,000 nurses have been testing this. Hundreds of doctors have been testing it, and it has now made its way to over 40 plus healthcare systems around the country. And these are some of the healthcare system partners that they have. So as of right now, there is no definite answer to when you may be receiving a call from one of these AI agents instead of your doctor or nurse. But for me, more than worrying about job safety and people being replaced by AI, my concern is patient safety. Because you know, sometimes AI can have those hallucination moments where they make up information. So what if they're calling a patient and then they're going over some medication and they tell them to take the wrong medication, or they give them the wrong dosage that could end up being lethal? And also my question is, how good is this AI at assessing patients? Because when you work in the healthcare field and you ask patients questions, a lot of times they end up leaving out really pertinent information, and you kind of have to dig around and pull it out of them. So will AI be able to recognize that and get to the information that's really needed to be able to give to these doctors to diagnose these patients? And on top of that, how are these tests going with AI? Because real life conversations with patients are not the same as what they are portraying it as in a lot of these examples that they are giving. And one of the things I truly feel is that a lot of people also receive healing through human connection, and that's just one thing that AI can't replace. So again, let me know what your thoughts are on this. I just shared a little bit of what mine is, and you know I always like to update you with the latest in news, especially around AI. We talk about that a lot on the channel. Soon I'm going to be doing a video sharing some information that can help you to better prepare for this major shift that's occurring right now. I want to show you how you can secure jobs and remain safe during this time. Other than that, I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we are out. Peace.